I tried all the spy apps online to read my husband's WhatsApp messages. Here's what happened. Hello, my dear friends, how are you? I hope you are well and in good health. Today I have a new and very important video with you, which is I tried all the spy apps online to read my husband's WhatsApp messages. Here's what happened. I hope you like it, but before watching, subscribe to the channel, like, and share so that the video reaches many viewers. Thank you. Now let's watch the video. It all started with a gut feeling, a quiet voice in the back of my mind whispering that something wasn't quite right. My husband had been acting distant, overly protective of his phone, and oddly secretive about his whereabouts. I tried brushing it off, blaming work stress or maybe just a communication gap. But curiosity, and suspicion, got the better of me. That's when I found myself diving headfirst into the shady and controversial world of phone spy apps, the digital temptation. Let me be clear, I'm not proud of what I did. I didn't want to become that person who spies on their partner. But I also couldn't shake the anxiety that had taken root inside me. So one sleepless night, I Googled, how to spy on WhatsApp messages, and down the rabbit hole I went. The internet is flooded with apps that promise to give you full access to someone's phone, everything from call logs to live GPS tracking and, yes, WhatsApp messages. These apps come with bold claims, flashy websites, and testimonials that seem just a little too good to be true. Spoiler alert, many of them are too good to be true. The first app, mSpy. I started with one of the most popular options, mSpy. It seemed professional, had customer reviews, and promised seamless monitoring. After paying nearly $50 for a 1-month subscription, I was given a lengthy setup guide, but it required physical access to the target phone for just a few minutes. That was the first big hurdle. Convincing my husband to hand over his phone, even for a short time, was like asking a lion to give up its prey. I had to wait for the perfect moment when he was in the shower, grab the phone, and hurriedly install the software. But here's the catch, his phone was locked with a passcode I didn't know. Game over for mSpy, at least for now. The second app, Spike. Spike advertised a no-jailbreak solution for iPhones and an Android version that supposedly didn't require physical access if you had login credentials. Again, I paid the fee, this time around $40, and followed the instructions. This app was even trickier. I had to input his iCloud credentials to sync the data remotely. Unfortunately, my husband had two-factor authentication enabled, which meant a verification code was sent to his phone, the very device I was trying to access. I couldn't continue without alerting him. Another dead end. 2 apps down, plenty of money wasted, and still no answers. The scammy side of spy apps. At this point, I became obsessed, not just with reading his messages, but with the entire spy app ecosystem. I realized many of these apps prey on vulnerable people in desperate situations. Some apps are outright scams. They take your money and give you nothing but broken dashboards and empty promises. One app, whose name I'll withhold because they threatened legal action in their terms and conditions, was a complete ripoff. I paid $30, and after entering the supposed login portal, it displayed fake loading screens with no real data. I emailed customer support, silence. My credit card was charged, and there was nothing I could do. Another app sent me into panic mode when it asked for permissions that could jeopardize my own phone's security. Malware, phishing links, and suspicious requests for root or jailbreak access are common in these kinds of apps. It dawned on me that I was exposing myself to danger just as much as trying to expose my husband. A breakthrough, sort of. Eventually, I came across an app called FlexiSpy. It's expensive. We're talking over $100 for a decent subscription, but it's one of the few that actually delivered. I managed to install it on an old phone I knew my husband sometimes used for work. The process wasn't easy, and I had to be extremely careful, but it worked. Within hours, the dashboard showed me a limited amount of data, calls, some GPS locations, and very sporadic WhatsApp activity. It turned out that the app couldn't access every message in real time due to Android security limitations. Worse still, it drained the phone's battery, and my husband noticed something was wrong almost immediately. I uninstalled it the next day out of fear of getting caught. The ethical dilemma. After all that effort, I didn't find anything concrete. No flirty messages. No proof of cheating. Just boring work chats, memes, and conversations with family. I realized I had crossed the line, not just ethically, but emotionally. I was allowing fear and doubt to erode the foundation of our relationship. Trust, once broken, is hard to rebuild, and I was the one who cracked it. Was I paranoid? Maybe. Or maybe I just wanted reassurance in the worst way possible. But the real lesson here wasn't about the apps or the technology. It was about the emotional damage that suspicion can cause, and the dangerous lengths to which it can drive a person. What I learned: most spy apps are scams or half-truths. Even the best ones have limitations, and many are just phishing traps or money drains. Physical access is almost always required. If you can't unlock the person's phone, most of these apps are useless. Modern phones are more secure than you think. Two-factor authentication, biometric locks, and app permissions make it extremely difficult to spy without detection. Spying comes at a cost, emotional and legal. Many countries have laws against unauthorized surveillance, even in relationships. Communication is better than surveillance. If you're feeling suspicious, it's better to talk about it openly than to dig through someone's messages behind their back. Would I do it again? No. Absolutely not. I learned the hard way that invading someone's privacy doesn't lead to peace of mind, it only deepens the cracks in your relationship. If you feel the need to spy, the real problem may not be what your partner is doing, it might be the trust that's already missing. Today, I'm focusing on rebuilding that trust. I confessed to my husband what I had done. He was hurt, understandably, but also relieved that there wasn't any actual betrayal behind my suspicions. We're now in couples therapy, trying to rebuild what was broken, not because of infidelity, but because of fear, silence, and insecurity. Final thought. Spy apps promise you the truth. But they don't prepare you for the consequences of what you'll find, or what you won't find. In the end, it's not technology that saves or destroys relationships. It's honesty, respect, and communication. If you're tempted to take the route I did, ask yourself, is it worth it? Because sometimes, the cost of knowing is far greater than the price of trusting. At the end of the video, I hope you liked it. Until we meet again in a new video.